Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Join hosts Dan Melnick and Qasim Masood as they explore big ideas, limitless possibilities, and engage with visionaries, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who dare to dream big, get inspired, motivated, and find practical tips for personal growth. Think big, dream bigger, and ignite your potential.
Welcome to the Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Today, our guest is Agustin. Agustin, how are you doing today?
Doing well. How are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm good. Thank you. Thanks for joining us today. And Agustin, will you let us know what you do and where you live?
Yeah, currently living in Argentina. Working on Blaze Lab. That's my brand. I'm a fractional full stack data lead that works with the DTC brands and try to combine like a strategy and hands-on work to help DTC brands create data-driven strategies, accelerate their growth.
Awesome. That's great. So, can you let us know what are your core responsibilities in your company?
Yeah, I'm a solo entrepreneur, let's say, or consultant. So basically, I work directly with the client on the strategic side of the data strategic side, and also on the execution of that strategy. So I'm a hands-on senior operator, as you can call it.
Awesome. So, as a founder, you are almost everything.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. So yeah, well, this is the beauty of entrepreneurship. Obviously, entrepreneurs has to take care about everything, and because of this challenge, they become well versed in multiple fields. So yeah, let's talk about a little bit about the marketing side because every business needs marketing, and marketing is obviously an essential thing and directly associated with sales as well. So, how you are marketing your business? Are you relying on digital marketing or offline marketing? Are you using any mix and match?
Yeah, well, when I started this year on my this consulting practice, and I started asking questions about other consultants, how do they get clients? And I would say that 90% of them they told me that referrals, networking was the main source. I was a common pattern from all of them. So, well, I started developing and pulling my network on. Also, I read the 100 million leads from Alex Hormozzi that has a really valuable advices on how to pull your network. So well, there is two things I'm mostly working. First is like all contacts, reaching out everyone in my network, trying to create awareness of my services and creating also good work because I can recommend on that after each also on each deliverable, each project I was part on, trying to ask for testimonials and reviews on how I went, so I can also show to new clients. So I would say that those two were the most effective sources for me. I know that is probably not the question you're asking for, but currently right now I'm laying out like a big program and trying to tackle the long term with thought leadership or creating playbooks on a Substack blog, and more in like the short term plan, reaching out, creating content on LinkedIn and using like a more like warm and cold reach out on LinkedIn platform.
Well, that's great. Awesome. So, which part of your services do you need some awareness? Because again, awareness is a complete different science. For spreading awareness, you have to adapt a lot of methodologies. So, which parts of your services are more towards where your clients or your prospects need awareness?
Well, I will say that that's a good question. The clients I work with, I think they are aware of the problem that we're trying to solve. At least was my understanding. So I'm not trying to create like the sense of you had this problem that you didn't know. So instead, I try to go directly to the clients that they already have that problem because I have seen in the past. I'm trying to not make the same mistake, even though I continue to make it. It's like pushing my solution to someone that still doesn't need that because it's not on the stage of my current ICP. So in that sense, educating those customer, my ICP, with possible solutions, multiple different solutions, like for the problem they already have. That's currently my strategy, or the one that I'm testing.
That makes sense. Completely makes sense. Awesome. So, Augustine, every day there are new businesses in the field. Many new businesses are coming, and many businesses just shut down every passing day. And after the analysis and after some research, we came to know like many of the entrepreneurs just shut down their businesses because they are not able to face challenges every day. So, well, we think challenges are part of the game. Sometimes you need to make pivots and to stay in the market, but every entrepreneur faces challenges. Like challenges are specially meant for the entrepreneurs. So I'm sure you must have faced many challenges. Can you share one interesting or the biggest challenge that you have ever faced? And if you can share how you were able to address it, this will be a plus.
Well, probably the biggest challenge I'm currently facing on is how to scale a solo business. If I need to go to the agency model, that's probably the most of consultants. This is the first approach that one can think of. Is okay, but the question I have is okay, how much I can extend my capabilities? Can I productize my service at some point that I can deliver good value, but more with more clients? Because I know that also it's happening to me. If I want to increase my capacity, my number of clients I work with, the value of each client will decrease because I have a limited time, right? So it's okay. How can I solve that? I mean, probably it's okay. It's a product. It's a productized service. It's an agency. All that is sum up. I mean, or summarize on the okay. How I need to redefine my offer to scale my solo business right now.
That makes sense. And one of the biggest part in this regard is KYC as well, like know your client. So this is directly associated with all these things. Obviously, you will have to shape up your services as per your industry and your client. Awesome, that makes sense. All right. So, Justin, in terms of your short-term goals, what you are looking for, where do you see your company in next 4 to 6 months?
Well, I will continue. So my previous answer is okay. I will. I mean, I have a plan. Actually, following a guy that is working like me, like a solo consultant, but for go-to-market from Series A SaaS companies, and he has developed like a solo consultant business or practice that is combining strategy and execution. Because he's more than 10 years on businesses, working only for SaaS. I mean, has a high level expertise on the business. And he was able to pull like a compelling offer for the companies at the same time scaling enough to have a valuable business. I mean, you won't create like probably 1 million offer or 2 million, more than 10 million offer by your own as a consultant, but scaling good enough. I think that's the path I want to try next year, sorry, and see how far I can get, and how good I am on trying to put an offer on my niche that is on DTC brands.
That makes sense. In terms of your clients, what are your parameters to onboard a client? Like, is there any eligibility criteria? Like, if someone can do a backflip, then it can be my client or not. So, do you have any parameters for the eligibility criteria?
Well, I work with data. That's my main focus. I'm trying to work on the technical side of the data, like building warehouses, processing data, etc. But then also on the strategic side and the business side of the data, how I can like work with these to build like customer journey, segmentation for the emails, marketing attribution channels, work on the CAC, ROI, etc. For someone to have that problem, at least on DTC, you start with a small brand, start resolving that problem with tools like Tripleway or Supermetrics, Mixpanel. I mean, there are a lot of tools, but then you are growing your brand. You are introducing middle managers, you're introducing operators of your brand. Everyone needs more data, everyone needs more solutions to that. Your marketing is growing, your revenue is growing, every decision has much money involved, so you need like more ad hoc tools. So at that point is where I think I fit my solution works or fits the most. So how I can define that is basically is like you are probably 8-9 figures over. You have middle managers. You have a chief marketing officer. You have an operation officer too. You have attribution problems you want to solve. You have a CRM sending thousands of email per month. So that's a kind of where I'm at. I want to add, if I go a plus of that, is you are working with legacy systems. That's because that's curious, right? Because your companies on my niche, there are companies that use Shopify, there are tons of apps, tools that you can connect, click, and you have tons of reports and a solution that work really well. But there are companies that have been running for a long time with legacy systems that have it's more difficult and complex to extract the data they want to see. So that's probably also when I can help out. That's basically how I'm defining my ICP, right?
That makes sense. And you mentioned about the referral system as well, because many businesses are getting referrals and their businesses are working on the referrals. So how do you manage this referral system? Like, do you do referral partnerships? Do you have any referral partnership or not? And if you have referral partnerships, are you getting projects from the referral partnerships or not?
Well, I don't have yet referral partnership. Something that I would like to implement with the offer restructuring next year. What I'm doing to try to answer your question is participating on communities like other consultant, data consultants. I understand that this is not a sum zero game. Actually, some of the work I received was coming from other consultants, and we complement each other on our skills to expand the capabilities and bring more value to the customer. So I see a tons of value or joining other consultants communities, being active there, share value, share without asking. That was the thing that works the most because I create awareness, I create top of mind. And also, they know that my niche is DTC, so they have it there in their mind, so they reach out when they have some issue or something to solve.
That makes sense. All right. So, Augustine, on the other side of the coin, let's say if you have unlimited resources, what would be your biggest first step for your company?
Oh, interesting. If I have limited resources, okay, that's cool. Probably will like to have more people on the sales side, account managers also, to increase my reach, all kind of reach, like warm and call out reach, but also creating more valuable content. That will be my very first step. Once I probably I created some pipeline around that. Second step will be technical capabilities. Me just focus more on the strategy side, on the decisions, and then having more people helping me on building actually the solutions, coding, etc.
And probably this would be the best time to start an agency as well.
Yeah, that's the roadmap for relationship. But the funny thing is that I have a fight in my head. Is I'm not sure if I want to go that route. I mean, it's a completely different route. I mean, you need to manage people, you need to lead people,
Yeah,
and there are other complexities. So it's okay. I want to scale, but this is how I want to scale. That's a question I couldn't answer yet.
you will have those unlimited resources, you will get the answer. Awesome. Well, I guess thank you so much. And please give us the biggest piece of advice for our audience who are, again, the entrepreneurs and business owners.
I will redirect the advice to myself a year ago. I just started a year ago. I mean, I have a more than 10 years of experience working on corporate, but I delayed a lot my decision to start working on myself. So that jump from corporate to start working alone, I think it could have been much more sooner. So I encourage anyone who are thinking the same to start making decisions, start making bad decisions because you are going to make it, as I have did my past. I continue doing, of course, but that's the way. I mean, it's you need to work without knowing how to do it, how it would I mean, I always insecure on my decision, but that's the only way. I mean, going through.
Yeah, exactly. Makes sense. Thanks for the beautiful advice, Augustine. And then please let our viewers know how they can reach you if someone wants to.
Yeah, my web is blicelab.co. You can reach me out also on LinkedIn, Agustin Velazquez. Also, I'm Twitter, the same name. So you can reach me on it.
Well, Augustine, thank you so much for joining us today, and thanks for the very good insights. And hopefully, we will stay in touch.
Okay, thank you for having me. Have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.